Lord Captain, the real pipe warden, Gwendon, has been found and is being escorted here as we speak. Are there any remaining questions you wish to address before we hear from Gwendon? Reporting the results of the additional investigative efforts. Absolutely. We have thoroughly questioned all detainees known to have a violent temper and compared the tools and weapons we seized with the wounds on the corpse, but have not been able to establish who was responsible for the mutilation. I take full responsibility for this failure. The interrogation of the detainee Yart had to be suspended. He seems to have gone mad. He keeps mumbling that it was Ginevri who set him up to lie, and he must therefore be set free. I don't look at anything further out of him, be it with cruelty, kindness, or holy prayer. And this concludes my report. Someone attempted to mislead our investigation. We cannot let this go without consequence. Undoubtedly, let us go over the facts. The body of the deceased was mutilated after death. It's likely that the nature of the injuries would have proven very useful in the investigation and that the perpetrator concealed them for that very reason. Someone sabotaged the work log cogitator so it would be harder for us to find the victim's partner, who might have information valuable to the investigation. Instead of the murdered man's partner, we were given a fool, one who thoroughly incriminated himself first before admitting that Captain Ginevri put him up to it. Yart claims you coerced him into lying about... What do you have to say, Ginevri? I may have conducted... Okay. The interrogation like so many others. Resistance. Okay. I've never threatened his family. I certainly did not force him to lie and draw her... Yeah, we already heard that one. The transcript says you conducted Yart's interrogation alone. Why is that? Because I can handle a single laundryman. She raises her chin proudly. I cannot decide. Who had access to the work log cogitator? Tech Priest did not let anyone near the cogitator. They even tried to prevent the enforcer's investigation. Ginevri, were you there the entire time? Yes, ma'am. Since the start of my watch. I went there right after I handed the body over to Klein. The only time I stepped away was to retrieve the data slate from my quarters. I left a watchman, but he went missing. Most likely one of the officers didn't realize he was on duty and sent him off on some errand, but I was only gone for a few minutes. Very inconvenient. Missing sentry, data slate misplaced against regulations. I do not understand how I could have forgotten it. I always check my gear when I'm on duty. Who was guarding the body? It was Ginevri. Klein reluctantly nods at his fellow enforcer. I relieved her when I came to inspect the corpse, which by then had already been cut up. Ginevri nervously adjusts her armor under Sarbak's piercing gaze. The corpse was already looking like that when it came under my purview, but I could not get the name of the officer who discovered it. The deck was such a mess, I decided I would deal with it later. No, I cannot decide. You handle this yourself. Sarbak looks menacingly at the room. Leave it to me. I'll not rest until I get a confession, a real confession. In the meantime, let's get back to the assassination attempt. Oh no, I don't know if I got Ginevri a good outcome. The pipe warden does his best to remain reverentially bowed. Ooh. Who wouldn't want to be that way towards Tess? Which paints... I'm just getting comfortable. A rather comical picture, given his formidable height and complexion. He lowers his head, tugging at his beard. Senior pipe warden, Gwendon, honored to serve, Lord Captain. I'm ready to confess everything. You are the real pipe warden? I am. I am proud of it, Lord Captain. A pipe warden's craft is hard work, but necessary. My number is SP-268-55. My work partner was the late Ordo, number SP-246-01. I oversee the water supply systems on the upper decks, Sector A-3, K-8, and R-2. That includes Valve 27B. There can be no mistake. I have verified his identity, and I have also been confirmed with the other workers. Why did you fill my bathtub with blood? I did as the servant of death commanded. She said the Emperor gave the first spinner a sign, that your ladyship should be bathed in blood, in the blood of poor Ordo, my partner, and I was scared, so I obeyed. The first spinner? Are you talking about the vizier of the blood-spun web? Yeah, that's him. He leads the death cultists, the lot who worship the Emperor by killing. His spinners hunt down heretics, but sometimes they take righteous lives too. Their service is mysterious, fervent, and bloody. If the vizier ordered it, there must have been a reason. The Undying One must have revealed something to him that we are ignorant of. Whom do you mean by this servant of death? A holy slayer in black and crimson and bone, feared by all. They are quiet and merciless as death itself. They come from the shadows to kill, because the Emperor commands them so. You've already met the servants of the blood-spun web, Lord Captain. Their grim procession is not on the upper decks. One that upper decks will soon forget. Did you kill your mutant partner? I did not kill him. I didn't kill him, and I didn't know he was a mutant. Ordo and I always got along, even if he wasn't much for talking. But then, a servant of death came from the darkness, ended him quickly but harshly. She bled him dry and put a black feather in his throat. She told me to pump blood into the pipes, and then she left, and I wanted to confess, but I was afraid she'd come for me too if I did. Summon the vizier. I wish to hear his explanation. As you will. Your ladyship, if I may ask, what happens to me now? I never meant to anger you. I thought I was doing as the emperor willed. But here we are. I'm a simple man. I know pipes, and I know them a lot better than all this people business. My eyes aren't what they used to be, but I can still smell rust and metal, though not so much as people's thoughts. You have acted as a true servant of the Emperor would. I will have you provided the best ocular implant for your work. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, your ladyship. I will serve faithfully, and I will never forget your mercy. There she is. There's my noble Tess. She does love giving people gifts, you know what I mean? The vizier of the blood-spun web treads lightly and silently, as if his old gaunt body has no weight at all. He whispers weakly, Dom and Tessera willed to see me, so I have come. Nod respectfully. I've summoned you to discuss the actions of your apprentices. The vizier responds in an equally respectful manner. Let their deeds be weighed. Investigation has established that the blood-spun web orchestrated an attack on Her Ladyship by means of pouring unholy blood into her bath. This affront, the old man's murmur drowns out Sarbak's relentless voice. Dom and Tesseret knows the truth. So it was done, for so I did will. It was no affront, but a prophecy. For my hands to divine unsullied martyrs offered their souls and bodies into his imperishable embrace. I gazed into the red rivers of their smoldering lives, and I did see a roiling unclean staining the bays, reaching for the anointed Lady of the Ark. In my apprentice's last sighs, I heard the Undying One's whisper. He bid me bathe the Domin in the blood of he who must go, and they who have been righteous, for his will shield the Domin and strengthen her body against the roiling unclean. I obeyed. The man you killed, who was he? I know not. I heard only the name, and I knew he must go. He listens to the empty space above his shoulder and nods. Yes, we need no more knowledge than that. What do you mean by the roiling unclean? He did not reveal, but it is corruption itself. It offends him. It tastes as sweet as fetid waters and old pipes. Its promises are the deception of an enforcer's smile. Its face is elusive. Did you claim that you did it because the God Emperor willed it so? Or do you? I speak, move, draw breath because he wills so. I defy not the Undying One, either in death that gifts and takes, nor in my living existence. Could your vision have been false? The vizier's lips curls into a smile. I held the cards of his tarot, washed in the blood of the righteous. They make no mistakes, and neither does he send false visions. Only mortals err, they who read the signs, they who interpret. Master-at-Arms, are you convinced we have found the culprit? The situation is clear, your ladyship. Sarbak makes a sign of Aquila. The Emperor has sent us a portent. The protector of mankind guides the hand of his holy servants to guard us and warn us of hidden threats. Tessera, regardless of how regularly you kneel before an altar, I advise you to take this warning seriously. If I am correct in my suspicions about what is transpiring here, and I pray to the throne I'm not, you can indeed consider this incident a sign that the Emperor is watching over you in this ship. Why so cryptic, Heinrich? If you have theories, share them. My theories are classified information of the Inquisition that I cannot divulge without good reason. If evidence comes to light that confirms my fears, I'll disclose everything necessary. If, however, my concerns are baseless, I would not wish to share knowledge dangerous to you without cause. Could it be a coincidence that the victim of the ritual was a genetic aberration? The officers around you keep respectful silence, but you can tell by their faint smiles that they find the very idea of doubting the Emperor's providence absurd. The wolf face, no, I think that your tales will save you. The cult of the blood-spun web will face no persecution for their deed. The vizier freezes, listening to the silence and nods. Yes, I will tell her. He turns his sewn shut eyes to you once more. We are seeds in your hands, giver of life. Whether you keep us or scatter us, we will remain grateful. Be that as it may, we have hit a dead end. We hoped that exposing the culprits would lead us to the aberration's lair. Let the blood-spun web mutants find them. But no spinner or brave warrior from the Domin's circle can find the root of the unclean, for it can appear as a human and act as a human. Only its thoughts betray its vile nature. Only its thoughts are never human. Wise. Anxious silence falls for a moment. Sarabak says this one word. She narrows her eyes. It is unclean thoughts we need to find. Very well. Let Wise find them. He knows how, no matter how badly he wishes the rest of us to forget about it. Veni Zachary is a fearsome hunter. When he hunts, the flagship wails. When he thinks, my teeth creak and I can feel pain as if I am young again. But his power is great indeed. He can hunt down our prey. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that not everyone here is eager to leave this matter to Master Wise. I would say one least eager will be Master Wise himself. The last time his efforts caused some severe warp manifestations, the rituals truly is perilous. Not to put too fine a point on it, he nearly destroyed the ship back then. Incidentally, he'd given us multiple warnings that it could happen. Lady Theodora ignored him and reaped the results. Oh, why do I get the feeling that I know what will happen next? Okay. How can he be of use? The esteemed Zachary can perform a ritual of thought reading. This practice lets him do a cursory examination of the minds of thousands of people in search of a certain individual. A ritual as rare as it is dangerous, and someone as versed as Master Wise can accomplish such a feat. That is all. Master at Arms, your duty is done. I give you leave to wrap up the investigation on the officer's deck. My duty is done when the threat is eliminated. I'll brief the oh, wait, we never got, that's interesting. So the Inferno guy, Hawkeye that I like, he can't, like, he didn't come forward because I think last time with regular Tess, or not regular Tess, Iconoclast Tess, he came in because like his sister was being tortured, right? And niece. Yeah. Oh my god. So that's interesting. So that's just an entirely different thing right now. Huh. Very cool. Ah, Tessera, darling, you have a rank up. Armored Hide. Because I've been simultaneously playing this and Dark Heresy. The Dark Heresy level up screen looks different than this. By the way, it is up on YouTube for Dark Heresy. If you want to see the alpha for it, make sure you go and check out that playlist. But this is so funny because I'm like, my brain is now bouncing back and forth between the two games. Like, wait, which one am I picking? So Armored Hide, attack against a familiar, have their critical hit. Yeah. Protect my child. 45, 40, 50. Let's go. We're gonna up the perception again. I don't know why I am so perception bound, but I am. Let's do toughness. Let's do allies affected by any of the Vanguard's ability. Taunting defense. Okay. And then this. What do we have for Cabela? Okay, whenever an assassin attacks an enemy that is at full wounds. Yeah. I don't even need to read the rest. I don't even need to read it. I know exactly what I want. Pascal. Let's do field modification. Familiars maximum. Yeah, let's do that next. I forgot we didn't do that before. Let's do intelligence. And then Heinrich. Let's give you... No, he doesn't... Like, I don't use his a lot. Familiar's characteristics are by 5. Side by side. Oh, cool. Because she doesn't really stray too far from him, so... strength and then toughness. Let's give him another toughness. And then Adira. Oh, Lord help. That's a lot. She got a lot. Right. Okay. We're going to leave there. Yeah, we'll come back to that. But that's good. That was a lot we got done. Heinrich.
You have my complete attention.
Nothing new. Okay. And then there was nothing new from anybody else. So I guess we're going to go and see Wise. That would be the next thing to do. And then we'll start doing some of the other stuff. If I recall correctly, this is about to be... Like, I don't know if we're gonna get to the ritual now. Or like if there, I forget if there's like something else we have to do. I do know this place got some of my favorite music in the game though. Not even joking. Let's see if it goes the moment we get in. But it is some of my absolute favorite. I don't know how they did it, but it's so good. I could like literally listen to it on repeat. Yep. This is it's so good. It just fits, you know?
A new challenge for me?
And it just, I don't know. I just love this music so much. So let's go talk to him and then see if we got to do what we got to do right away, or if there, because I feel like, don't I have to like acquire people or something? I don't know. I remember it being a lot and also terrifying, but a fun fight. Choir Master Wise turns towards you long before you reach him. A chill runs down your spine as if someone were watching you from inside your own being. The strange sensation passes as suddenly as it arises. The choir master shakes his head. I know why you're here, your ladyship, and with all due respect, I'm asking you to reconsider. Reconsider? I've not, so you would rather not take part in the search for the mutineers? It is my wish to be useful to your ladyship. But what you have come for will put the ship in peril. A ritual of this kind can, and certainly will, go the worst way possible. Your predecessor came to me with the same orders once. Nothing good came of it. Please believe me, Lord Captain, when I say a mountain of corpses was the least of the problems we faced at the time. So you have performed the ritual. Many years ago. It was a time when Lady Theodora had become anxious. Perhaps the Lord Inquisitor's interest in her affairs adversely affected her, shall we say, trust her own subjects. She was expecting a betrayal, and eventually her paranoia brought her to me. I performed the ritual, but the choir ceased to exist. So, spoilers for the end of the game. If you're new to Rogue Trader, turn away for a few seconds. But this then, I imagine, would be the artifact / whatever we learn about at the end of the game, right? Like, I'm guessing everybody's on that same page. So she got pretty paranoid, which, I mean, Theodora has always come off as extra paranoid just in general, but that, and then probably whatever the Lord Inquisitor said to get in her head just made it a little extra, if you know what I mean. I remember that day, Lord Captain. When we arrived at the chapel, there was blood and human remains everywhere, but that was the least of the terrifying things we saw there. What is the nature of the ritual? It takes the entire choir's power to invade such a prodigious number of minds at once. I weave their voices into a chord and steer it into the murky sea of other people's souls. Together, we read tens of thousands of thoughts, emotions, and intents, looking for the thing we are after. The seed of corruption you're interested in. Why are you so worried about the ritual? Lord Captain, do you know the proverb about staring too long into the abyss? What you're asking for is tantamount to plunging the entire choir into that abyss. A ritual like that will require incredible focus from each of its participants. It will take a single careless thought, a single glance in the wrong direction for the way back to be lost. Human minds fusing into one another, vitrified organs inside still living bodies, perverse fantasies manifesting in the flesh. Nothing will stop the horrors of the warp from spreading all over the ship in the blink of an eye. And even if I agreed, it would be impossible. I would need a second powerful telepath as a defender to shield my mind. And the last time my best apprentice, Adeline, did that, but she's no longer with us. She was exceptionally talented, rivaling even myself. Now I know of only one psyker in the entire expanse who is her equal, but he is bound to the service of one of House Winterscale's planetary governors and is thus unavailable to us, which makes your dangerous enterprise an impossibility. How bad was it? Worse than you can imagine, your ladyship. It only took a fraction of a second lingering inside another's mind for one of the astropaths to lose control of their own. The affliction spread down the chain like fire. No one was spared. The minds of my charges could not withstand the tension. Their consciousnesses were caught in a vortex of alien thoughts. The fortunate ones died at once. As for the rest, how did you survive? I managed to send out a call for help and did my best to contain the phantoms of my own before Lady Theodora arrived. I was the only survivor out of the entire choir. Her ladyship allowed me to spend a month in secluded cell upon whose floor and walls I drew the most powerful protective hexagrams I knew. I was crushed. I was broken. And worst of all, I was afraid. Afraid of meeting the same fate as Adeline and my other apprentices. An astropath must never be afraid, your ladyship. One who yields to fear dies and dooms those around them. How did you replenish the choir then? Lady Theodora bombarded the Adeptus Administratum for months with requests to provide her with a new astropathic choir. In the end, the new voices did fill the chapel. They were never told what happened to the previous choir, but they have inklings. And I pray to the God Emperor that they never find out the details of the tragedy. How is a ritual like that even possible? It's not heresy, but it is indeed a dangerous tool that will only yield to a mighty hand. That time, things were going all too well. The choir was many-voiced like never before. Adeline and my other talented apprentices sounded louder than the rest of the astropaths in all the expanse. We were strong and confident enough to take a bold gamble, and we lost. The important thing I'm interested to know is, was the ritual successful? Did you find what you were looking for? Aye. The choir master cowers as if cornered. I did find it. But the price. Yes, Lady Theodora got the name she wanted, but was it worth it? The tragedy has remained a secret hidden within the chapel, but we're a hair's breadth away from it becoming an epitaph inscribed on the ship's remains. It's fair to say my predecessor was being herself there. Please, Lord Captain, learn from her mistakes instead of committing your own. That is the harsh truth, your ladyship. It must not be done. We can find a psyker who will help you perform it. And who is it? The choir master smiles, though courteous seems ever so slightly sarcastic. You mentioned a powerful psyker employed by the Winter Scales. Master Herman, he is a seasoned telepath, but his lord would never part with such an incredibly valuable specialist. A sizable amount of money will be necessary to organize his escape. So, I'll find a more honorable way. Okay, I need to give it more thought. I must take my leave. Okay, so this is one of those... Is this one of those things that has to be done before? Okay. Like, I don't know if this is a... It must be done before we move on kind of vibe. Oh, can I not? Is this a complete? There we go. Or if this is a different kind of thing. Like if this is one of those, like you do it in chapter 4 or yeah. Find a, okay. So, oh, no. Okay. So that is whoops-a-doodle. So that's something that we can come back to, because I'm not sure, and I feel like we had a different option there. And it does say, well, I'll find a different way. So now I'm curious. Let's go to the bridge. Because the interesting part of having done all of Cabela's DLC in chapter 4 is that I have no idea, like, where it ends. And, like, I know what comes next, but I don't know where that cutoff point is between 2 and 4. Because chapter 3, there is nothing here. Because we're busy doing things. So now, we've got Secrets of the Cult. Right, that's like Yava Gamma. That's like at the end. That do we just do this? Do we just rip that off like the band-aid that it needs to be? Yes. All right, let's go. Time to go to Dargonis. Time to go to the Adeptus Administratum. Oh, we're already on Dargonis. Okay, cool. See? We can just do this now. Who are we leaving behind? I don't know. This von Valencia's palace, the administration. No, you've got to come with me. Like, he has to come with us. Like, no other way around it. And the whole reason we put it off is because, you know, we need to see how he feels about this. Because that should be really funny, taking him back into the Adeptus Administratum. Okay. How bad? Oh God, how bad is your leveling? Oh wait, that's done. Okay. Oh, I gotta pick. Grand Strategist? Sure. I never use her, so I'm so sorry if whatever I'm picking gives somebody a case of the what the fuckeries. This is what we have, okay? Because you know me. If you've hung out with me before, you know I can't
A new
sit there
challenge for
and
me.
read stuff for somebody I don't use. Welcome. Please follow me. Okay. Follow it. Where is my terrifying child? Baby? Announce me. Okay, I need that. And continue in this direction. Okay. Thank you. My visit has been logged. Terrifying, terrifying, oh. Goods. Thank you. And then, what is that? What's wrong, honey? Good boy, Glado. A dusty note. Oh, the hot gossip of the Adeptus Administration. I shall read it later. Okay, I'm back again.